For years, people across Asia have asked the same question. Why are Filipinos so good at English? In schools, offices, call centers, and even global TV shows, the Filipino accent stands out. Clear, confident, and naturally global. Yet for a long time, the world didn't give the Philippines credit. They said it's just luck or Western influence. But today, even global experts are finally admitting Filipinos might be the best English speakers in Asia. This isn't just about language, it's about identity, history, culture, and mindset. So let's find out how the Philippines quietly built one of the strongest English-speaking cultures on Earth and why the world is just waking up to it. In 2024, the English Proficiency Index ranked the Philippines #2 in Asia, only behind Singapore. But there's a big difference. In the Philippines, English isn't just a second language. It's part of daily life. From grade school textbooks to street signs, from business meetings to pop culture, English flows naturally through the Filipino lifestyle. Compare that to many Asian countries where English is used only in school or formal settings. In the Philippines, it's on radio, YouTube, even jeepney slogans. It's not memorized, it's lived. Walk through any mall in Manila and you'll hear conversations switching effortlessly between Tagalog and English. This is called code switching, and Filipinos do it without even thinking. A student might say, "Kumain na tayo, I'm starving na." A businessman closes a deal saying, "Sige, we'll finalize the contract tomorrow." This fluidity is something most countries struggle to achieve, but in the Philippines, it's second nature. Even children as young as 5 can understand English cartoons, sing English songs, and answer basic questions in English. Not because they're forced to, but because it surrounds them everywhere. The story begins centuries ago. After 333 years of Spanish rule, the Philippines was colonized by the United States in 1898. Unlike most colonial powers, the Americans didn't just bring their government, they brought their language and education system.
By 1901, hundreds of American teachers, called ADMITS, arrived to teach in public schools. English quickly became the main language of instruction. And from that moment, the Philippines developed something rare, a population that could think, dream, and work in English without losing its local identity. But here's what most people don't know. The ADMITS didn't just teach English as a subject, they embedded it into every part of Filipino education. Math, science, history, everything was taught in English. This created generations of Filipinos who didn't just speak English, they thought in it, they solved problems in it, they built their futures in it. By the 1920s, the Philippines had one of the highest literacy rates in Asia. English became the language of opportunity, the language of upward mobility. And unlike other colonized nations that rejected the colonizers' language after independence, Filipinos saw English differently. They transformed it. They made it their own. They turned a tool of colonization into a weapon of liberation. Today, the Philippines is one of the few countries in the world where English is an official language, spoken by over 90% of the population with varying levels of fluency. Fast forward to the 2000s. The world suddenly needed people who could speak clear, neutral English, especially for customer service. The Philippines answered that call, literally. Today, over 1.3 million Filipinos work in the BPO industry, handling calls from the United States, Canada, and the United Kingdom. And what's shocking? Many clients prefer Filipino agents because they sound warm, polite, and understand Western humor. No robotic accent, no memorized phrases, just authentic communication. This made the Philippines the global call center capital of the world. But it's more than just call centers. The BPO industry in the Philippines now includes data processing, software development, animation, digital marketing, and even medical transcription. Companies like Accenture, IBM, and JP Morgan Chase have major operations in Manila, Cebu, and Davao. Not just because labor is cheaper, but because Filipino workers deliver quality that rivals or exceeds Western standards.
In fact, the Philippines has overtaken India as the world's #1 destination for outsourcing. And the primary reason? Communication skills. Filipinos don't just understand English grammar. They understand context, tone, emotion, and cultural nuances. They can detect sarcasm, humor, frustration, and urgency in a customer's voice. This emotional intelligence, combined with technical English proficiency, makes Filipino workers irreplaceable in the global economy. And here's the part that surprises people. Many of these call center agents are college graduates, engineers, accountants, teachers. They choose BPO work because it pays well and offers career growth. The industry has become so prestigious that top universities now offer specialized courses in customer service, voice neutralization, and cross-cultural communication. What makes Filipino English so globally accepted? Experts say it's because the Philippine accent naturally fits the neutral zone. No heavy tone, no harsh consonants. Plus, Filipinos grow up exposed to American media, Hollywood, Netflix, YouTube, which subtly shapes pronunciation and rhythm. But here's the real secret: confidence. Filipinos don't fear speaking English, even if it's imperfect. They own their version, friendly, expressive, and easy to understand. That confidence makes every sentence sound authentic. Linguists have studied this phenomenon for years. They call it the Philippine English Standard, a distinct variety of English that's neither American nor British, but uniquely Filipino. It has its own rhythm, its own idioms, its own charm. Phrases like "for a while" instead of "please hold," or "open the light" instead of "turn on the light" might sound unusual to native speakers, but they're perfectly understood, and they add personality to the language. And unlike some countries where speaking English with a local accent is stigmatized, in the Philippines, it's celebrated. It's a badge of identity. Filipino celebrities, politicians, and influencers speak English with pride. They don't try to sound American or British. They sound Filipino. And the world respects that. There's also a pedagogical advantage. Filipino teachers emphasize communication over perfection. They encourage students to speak, to express ideas, to participate, even if the grammar isn't flawless. This builds fluency faster than traditional methods that focus on rote memorization and grammar drills. Children in the Philippines learn English the same way they learn their mother tongue, through immersion, practice, and real-world use. In Dubai, Singapore, and Canada, Filipino workers are often praised for their English. In cruise ships, hospitals, and classrooms, you'll hear that same friendly voice. Filipino nurses communicate clearly with patients. Filipino engineers manage global teams. Filipino YouTubers attract audiences worldwide. English became more than just a tool. It became a bridge, connecting Filipinos to every continent. Over 10 million Filipinos work abroad. They're in every corner of the globe, from the deserts of Saudi Arabia to the skyscrapers of New York, from the hospitals of London to the schools of Tokyo. And everywhere they go, their English opens doors. A Filipino nurse in Canada can explain complex medical procedures to patients with clarity and compassion. A Filipino teacher in the Middle East can educate children from dozens of different countries. A Filipino seafarer can navigate international waters while communicating with crew members from 5 different continents. This global workforce has earned the Philippines over $30 billion annually in remittances. That's nearly 10% of the country's GDP. But it's not just about money. It's about representation. It's about proving that Filipinos belong on the world stage. When a Filipino wins an international spelling bee, when a Filipino author publishes a best-selling novel in English, when a Filipino filmmaker gets nominated for an Oscar, it reinforces the same message. English is not just a borrowed language, it's a Filipino language. Recently, global ranking agencies and news outlets have started highlighting the Philippines again. Companies like Accenture, Google, and Microsoft continue expanding operations there, not just for cheap labor, but for communication excellence.
Even Hollywood stars visiting Manila often praise how easy it is to connect with locals. And online, videos comparing Filipino and other Asian English speakers regularly go viral because people are finally realizing this isn't imitation, it's mastery. In 2023, the World Economic Forum recognized the Philippines as having one of the most competitive workforces in Asia, with English proficiency cited as a major factor. International schools across Asia actively recruit Filipino teachers. Why? Because they bring a unique combination of native-level English and cultural warmth. Tech startups in Silicon Valley hire Filipino remote workers not just for coding skills, but for their ability to communicate with clients, write clear documentation, and collaborate across time zones. The Philippine government has also recognized this advantage. They've invested heavily in English education, training programs, and language assessment systems. The goal is simple: maintain the Philippines' position as the English-speaking hub of Asia. But there's pushback too. Some critics argue that the focus on English has come at the expense of local languages, that young Filipinos are losing touch with Tagalog, Cebuano, Ilocano, and other regional languages. It's a valid concern. Language is tied to identity, and when a nation prioritizes a foreign language, there's always a risk of cultural erosion. But most Filipinos don't see it as an either-or choice. They see it as both and. Bilingualism isn't a compromise, it's an expansion. But here's the beautiful part. The Filipino English story isn't about leaving behind the native tongue, it's about balance. English became a passport to the world, while Tagalog, Cebuano, and Ilocano remain the language of home, love, and humor. That's the secret ingredient no other nation mastered: to be global without losing your soul. Filipino families switch between languages depending on context. At work, they speak English. At home, they speak Tagalog. With grandparents, they might speak a regional dialect. This linguistic flexibility is a superpower. It allows Filipinos to navigate multiple worlds simultaneously. Research shows that bilingual and multilingual people have cognitive advantages: better problem-solving skills, enhanced creativity, improved memory. Filipino children grow up with these advantages built in.
They're not just learning two languages, they're learning how to think in multiple frameworks, how to adapt, how to connect. And this goes beyond language. It shapes Filipino culture itself. The ability to blend, to adapt, to take something foreign and make it uniquely Filipino. You see it in food. Spaghetti with hot dogs and banana ketchup. Fried chicken with rice and gravy. These are Filipino creations that take Western influences and transform them. You see it in music. OPM, original Filipino music, seamlessly blends English and Tagalog lyrics. Artists like Ben and Ben, SB19, and Moira de la Torres switch between languages within the same song. You see it in values. Filipinos have maintained their core values of family, respect, and hospitality while adopting global perspectives on innovation, entrepreneurship, and social progress. This cultural synthesis is what makes the Philippines unique. It's not Western, it's not purely Asian, it's Filipino. And English is a key part of that identity, not as a foreign imposition, but as a chosen tool, a strategic advantage, a gift that keeps giving. So the next time someone asks why Filipinos speak English so well, tell them it's not just grammar or accent. It's a reflection of history, culture, and heart. Because in every Filipino voice, there's a story the world can understand. This is the Filipino advantage.